Well, this has definitely been a Monday, that is for sure. It's been a long, long day. Hello, sunshine. It has been a long, long day. I didn't even have a chance to say hello in the morning to you guys. It's just been rushing and rushing all day long today. So we're just going to think of something chill to do for an adventure tonight, I think. It's been a big weekend, and now it's time to chill a little bit. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful night here on Tommy Travels the Second. Yesterday we did a movie roulette, and I thought this would be a perfect kind of a Monday for a Netflix roulette. We've done this one other time here on Tommy Travels the Second, and so I thought, let's give it another shot, because it was kind of fun last time as well. And I did get a chance to see a movie last night called Minutemen, starring Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that movie. And so if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. And I will see you right after this. Well, we've all heard the story of Bonnie and Clyde. They are a famous part of American history. In the early to mid-30s, they were on a crime spree. That's pretty much unmatched since then. They went around the country stealing and killing, and they captured America's attention. And probably because America likes to root for underdogs, and also partially because they stole mainly from the rich, somehow they were idolized. They were more popular than rock stars in the country. And we've all heard the story. There's been a lot of books and movies and everything about Bonnie and Clyde. But there isn't a whole lot about the people who shot them dead. And that's what this movie is all about. Highwaymen, again starring Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson, is about two of the main guys who went on the hunt after Bonnie and Clyde, and they were hired by the governor of Texas to do so, and she was the first female governor of Texas. She was played by Kathy Bates, and these two are former Texas Rangers who were pretty much on the outs, retired, kind of old and getting broken down, but somebody suggested that, hey, nothing else is working, we should go after these guys because they used to be in the Texas Rangers and they were good. And so they decided they have nothing else to lose, let's hire these guys to go after them. One thing that I thought was a nice touch about this movie is that they barely showed Bonnie and Clyde at all. I mean, these guys were going after them, and so you had to show them a little bit, but they showed them from far away angles where you couldn't really see their face, and you could just kind of see, yep, that's them, but that's about it. And just very short glimpses of them. In fact, I don't think you even saw their actual face until the very end scene when they get blown away sitting in their car. And oh, I suppose if that's a spoiler for you that they die in the end, please go read a book. I implore you, read a book. But what I liked about that is that the movies and books and TV shows, they romanticize those characters and show them falling in love and running away together, and they get you rooting for them in this crime spree. This movie doesn't do that at all. It focuses on the guys going after them, the former Texas Rangers, Woody Harrelson, Kevin Costner's characters, and they show the aftermath of when they come to town and leave a body sitting there dead. That's what they get to see of this. They get to see how murderous and how evil these two people were. And that isn't covered enough in any of the other stories out there. And that is an angle that I really liked, because when they show then their car going down the street and all these kids surrounding the car just to get a glimpse of them, that's when you kind of realize, wow, what are we doing? How are we glorifying that as Americans? Even back in those days, in the 1930s, things should have been even more conservative back then. But no, they were considered like heroes back then. They were like the Beatles, getting swarmed by crowds of people. It's unbelievable. And when you see it from this other angle, it just kind of makes you feel a little sick that people acted like that. So as far as the movie itself is concerned, I was not impressed. The writing, nothing to write home about. It was bland. You know, it was like a made-for-TV movie that they could have put anybody in, but they happened to have money over there at Netflix, so they put in Woody Harrelson, Kevin Costner, Kathy Bates. They loaded it up pretty well, but they didn't put any money into hiring writers that really would be able to punch up the script and make it more entertaining. A lot of the movie was just kind of slow and boring because all they're doing is chasing these guys around the country and mostly not finding them. There was one scene that was pretty intense towards the end, but that was about it. The other major problem is that Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson should not be acting in movies together, we learned. They just don't have the chemistry. I mean, they just don't have it. You know, like Lethal Weapon movies. You know, those maybe aren't the best movies in the world, but they had Danny Glover and Mel Gibson together, and they have that chemistry. So people kept going to see movies just because they liked seeing those guys together. Kevin Hart and The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they have great chemistry together, and so they've been in a few different movies, and they're all good just because you enjoy seeing those guys together. You can tell they like each other. These two, just kind of dry, and Kevin Costner he just plays it very laid back, almost like he's a Clint Eastwood type, and they should have, I don't know. I think they just did a bad job of casting those two together. It would have been better if they would have gotten no-name actors that have good chemistry together rather than those two. And so this movie gets a 5 on a scale of Eat, Pray, Love to 10. And it's just, I liked the concept. That's why it gets some extra points. But there was just nothing real creative about it, and there was no chemistry between the main characters, which made it mostly boring because it's based on a true story and you know what's going to happen in the end already. And so the whole in-between stuff just kind of drags. So that's why I give it a 5 on a scale of Eat, Pray, Love to 10. If you've seen the movie and you disagree and thought it was great, I'd love to hear your opinion below and let me know why it was great. Or if you agree with me, let me know that too. I would love to hear in the comments below. But yep, this one's a 5 on a scale of Eat, Pray, Love to 10. Well, you guys, this has been another successful Netflix Roulette here tonight on Tommy Travels the Second. And if you guys liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And you guys, thank you so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch ya on the flip side.